Welcome to Ash Echoes, the playthrough of the storyline Opalor. We're now on to the section 4 of the storyline. We're halfway here. Weave. This is another move in dancing. The fried fish steak packed up has now met the right person. So who's the right person here? Okay, beautiful cityscape. The fried fish steak tastes pretty good, and after we eat them all, we also packed a few up. But Grayrust didn't really show a lot of interest. On the road, the communicator of Grayrust never stopped ringing, but I looked at my own. Many messages that are read, but with no reply, to Su Xiao is right there on the very top of the message list. I asked her if those are messages from Xiao, but Grayrust did not confirm and did not deny. So we follow the yet again complicated navigation, and there are more and more stuff in our hands. Now we pass by yet again a billboard of an ad of tea and more, the tea house, and Grayrust suddenly says, that twins from Uria, they're very interesting. So those are twins. You mean Furry and Fernie? So people say that to make people laugh constantly is the most difficult thing. In this regard, they are born to be in this field of performance. But although I don't know whether it is true or not, Fernie told me that they are not just twins. They have like tens of siblings. They're not twins. There's like many topless. Grayrust can't help but turns her head, and her voice has some surprise in it. Oh, really? I don't really know about Uria. Well, maybe that's a characteristic of that race. Uria is a very interesting world. There are many races where the creatures live together, but there are also some creatures that you cannot find a second one, whether you prove them up in the sky or down on the earth. The landscape is beautiful and ever-changing. It is so far the largest, most complicated otherworld that we know. From your speech, it looks like you have seen them with your own eyes. Oh yes, we did. More or less. She didn't ask too much further. In the world of Senlo, there doesn't seem to be any creatures that you cannot find a second of this type. They usually live in some myth or folklores. We don't know what the situation is in Uria. Uria has its own theory of evolution, which seems to touch on some fundamental questions on where the power of the world originates. But after my reading, I would actually think more that it's more that they are in solitude in terms of their power. So yeah, there's one Dragon Lord, there's one Amundsen, and there's one Void. They have great power, and there are other people with lower power, but they are in groups. That existence of their power that absolutely puts them above every other creature can be very difficult to imagine for a mortal. So Grayrust slows down her steps. He looks at this at the right angle. The towering new landmark, the clock tower. That is a very interesting reference here. So the clock tower was built by Lokotara, by Chinchu. She wanted to become a god, looking down upon all of us. I know what you mean. Great indication. Your origin determines your power. Your power determines your future, and that makes people to have temptations, to have conflicts. They try to rob each other, they try to consume each other. Everything is expunged into craziness and chaos, and that becomes a rule. The weak now belongs to the non-existing bottom of the ground, and they are manipulated. The strong live high, but they are also present in the high. The high tower is both a hope and also a jail cell. Interesting, why is she talking about a tower? Is that again referring to the K-World? Okay, she was talking about another one, maybe Uria. People in Senlo is the same, but usually this power means more about social status or what power they have in their hand. In every world that possesses intelligent lives, creatures, these are probably inevitable topics. At least in many of the stories that I've heard about the past, no matter how the situation was in chaos or under high pressure, how to categorize the classes based on how to classify the classes based on the ending of the stories are based on this, based on power. Another good reference. I look at the clock tower, more or less visible. In my brain, I think I came up with the name of the tower that back then was unknown. All View Tower. Okay, some memory flashback. By the way, I haven't asked you this yet. You know this guy, right? He's the companion of Cyrus from the Lavari world. Lotus? Mr. Echomancer, for the official name of the world number 15, do you have any ideas? There is a high tower whose name is Kthulhut. It all connects. The brief silence didn't last long. Soon, we saw our destination. Eular comms? Oh, turns out Eular comms leased their offices here. It's actually interesting because Eular comms, based on the name card of Boreas, is on the 5th floor of a building. So first, second, third. Okay, maybe here's Eular comms. With a complicated mind, I confirmed with Shell's message again. Yeah, it is Eular comms. I have no idea what is so important here that I have to retrieve on my own. Opening the chat with Boreas, it says a single response after many inquisitions. An emoji. Welcome. People are talking in riddles. Grayrust. Are you hiding something from me? It must be something hidden from me. Do you have the answer? You and Pause looks very eager to give me this promotion. Maybe just me. Your scent is already special enough, but up to now, it is still a fair trade. Scent. I'm accustomed to the way Miss Red Pearl speaks. I know I can't really ask too much. I know that I can't really get a lot of information from asking, so I nod my head and steps into the office building. Hey, we were here not too long ago. In May, right? It's September. The security guard looks like still has some impression about us, so he allows us to reach the 5th floor. The corridor is still very clean. It's the vacation period, not a lot of sounds. Only difference is that no one is repairing the lights at the doorstep. Yeah, the person who was repairing the lights might be related to our story. I looked up at the light bulb that's working properly. The glass door opens. A white shadow. I can't say white shadow. A person in white walks out quickly. Eyebrows twisted, holding his communicator, speaking things in low voice. Boreas, don't you have something to recommend? Whatever it is to drag them all here. Or the one you said the day before? Tickets are sold out? No. Come back, take your makeup lessons. The reason I told you to pick up the phone out of the teacher's eyesight is not to ask you to come back. Hey, you! Okay, he's talking to Skylar. He asked Skylar to do something to drag someone down, to like consume their time. He hang up on me again. What do I do? Oh, Mr. Director, I haven't seen this face from you, Boreas. Boreas stands outside the glass door. He finally saw the visitors that come here all of a sudden. He put his communicator in his pocket and walked up to us. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Miss Yan. Good afternoon, Mr. Director, Miss Grayrust. Boreas Perhaps reviewing what he just called or what he just saw. The time is unsure. Oh, okay. Never thought that you'll be here so early. You're early by half an hour than what we said in the messages. Our previous matters were quite smooth, so we come here in advance. Am I affecting your arrangements? Oh no. It's just that I had to go out and buy something, so I beg your pardon. I just said that it's a vacation after all. It's really not reasonable to find you in your company, but Shell is not replying to a message and not picking up the phone, so sorry about wasting your time. Think nothing of it. He smiles, turning his umbrella. I'm in the company after all, and there are a few people here. Working overtime? Yeah, there are 2 locals who come here to get the progress of our project, and also there's another customer who needs our maintenance. So Solstice Siyang is working on it. Okay, so the Riddler's here too. And you? Usually I'll be here as long as there are other people here. Having only other people working might be too capitalism, and it turns out I also have lots of stuff on hand, so if I'm lucky, I can probably finish them. I look at the person in front of me with some smile, he's with some smile who usually don't have a lot of layers in his speech. I stay silent for a while and think. If I remember clearly, we just came back from Diamore, one after another, not too long ago. So, hard work. Hey, small company, so it's all good. I hope that in the future, when it becomes a bigger company, I can have a much lighter workload. Prerequisite? Is not prerequisite that I hope the company will not be improperly managed and shut down. Mr. Boreas Yen is very diligent and you're very skillful. I don't think that's very possible. I thank you for your kind words. So what is this thing that Shell asked me to retrieve? Oh, that. His emotion becomes strange. I was just about to grab it, so perhaps Mr. Director and Miss Grayrust can sit in the office for a bit and wait? For unknown reason, as he speaks, Boreas fixes his gaze on Grayrust, who has not spoken at all except for greetings, and he coughed a little bit. You're welcome. There are some snacks, so help yourself with it. It will take me some time. Huh? Boreas put on a friendly smile again. No need to worry about disturbing our colleagues. You two are our sponsors and our customer. That's true. So if we come in and stay here, it would be more like an evil customer with money that keeps asking about the people to work on them even during the vacation? Oh, think nothing of it. He put on a smile. You are our sponsors. Just kidding, I have to go. If you want, you can go straight and look for Si Yang or Solstice is in the innermost office. He nods his head, prepares to leave. All of a sudden, another figure moved away by half a step, seemingly to stop him. Grayrust, two hands put in front of her, the eyes behind the grey veil has quietly opened, looking at the white-haired man in front of her. At this moment, I felt again that the voices surrounding me are fading away. The light above my head becomes dimmed. What is different is that comparing to the light voices, it is actually a sense of being surveyed, being peeked on. As if there are many eyes on the corridor, in the corridor, on the floor, on my face, in my eyes. Miss Grayscale? What's up? As the voice starts, these feelings suddenly faded out, just like the tide. The light on the corridor has the same luminescence as we came. Grayrust stand there for a few other seconds until she felt that there are a few people on the other side of the glass door, and then that she closed her eyes. She stepped away that half step again. I'm sorry, Mr. Yan, I'm not doing this in purpose. This is not intended. Boreas waved us one last time and stepped into the elevator. I gazed upon Grayrust, and for the first time I saw on her face some sort of a fluctuation of mood. Maybe this is a sense of unwillingness, or maybe something else. Inside the office, just as Boreas said, there are 2-3 people with no expressions knocking on the keyboard and writing stuff. With their motions and the sound of typing on the keyboard, many lines of code quickly appears on the screen. The one closest to the door but having a nap on his desk raises his hand as he heard someone coming in, so he sits up and looks at the source of the sound. Yan, huh? A hazy eye squints and his hand looking for something on the desk. This is not Brother Yan. I think I saw a dress. Hello. Although it's not asking us for a conversation, after some contemplation, I chose to greet him. The voice is not right also. It's not this formal. Maybe he's just after his nap and his mind is not recovered yet. Or maybe he stayed up too long that he lost his mind. The state of this person isn't really very uncommon. Within Seed, the company, we can also see people like this, where they would walk into a plant, or researchers, or those who suddenly sit up after a sleep and thought they are eating these researchers, who also mumbles some weird sentences that is usually not heard of. Luckily, the one we're looking at still has some consciousness because he finally noticed that there are two people in front of him. Hey, you can't come in. Who are you two guys? If you don't tell him, I'm calling security. Hello, we're looking for Si Yang. Oh, you're looking for brother Yang. Okay, come inside. Wait, you're not starting the scene, right? Huh? What are you talking about? Yeah, ignore him. When he's not fully awake, he's like that. Suddenly, a girl raises her head from a seat not too far away. The two of you two guys can just keep going. Brother Yang is right inside. Thank you. As we pass by, the girl suddenly speaks. Euler Combs, is a normal company. He is a very rare exception. Don't mind him. You're talking about your colleague like this? Then she focuses on her screen, keeps typing code, and then, as the man in front of her was about to mumble something, he threw at him a package of tissue. It's really a small office. As we walk to the other end, knock on the door, and open the door, we can still hear one of their conversations, although in low volume. Why don't you just donate your glasses? That's people from shilling industry. Our end of year award come from them. Yeah, there's a light smile from my side, and I try my best to hold my laughter and open the office door. Hello, the two of you. Si Yang rises from the computer. Si Yang rises from in front of the computer and greets us. Good afternoon, I'm wasting your time. Very sorry about this. We packed up some food on the road and Boreas is out. Would you like to have some? Thank you. Communicator on the desk sounds. He walks to another corner of the company, puts pick up from his little fridge of his office 2 cups of what appears to be bubble tea that he just bought and gave them to us. As a message, we order them as he just messaged. Thank you. 1 cup is quickly given to his master, to his owner, but the other cup of milk tea is not immediately received. Solbyrd is pushing his eyeglasses. Oh, Miss Grayrust, haven't seen you in a while. I heard that you were not feeling well in the past days. Have you recovered? Thank you for your best wishes. It's alright. The long hand stretches out and would like to catch the bottle of milk tea. Or the drink. Miss Grayrust likes vegetable juice? I can't say I like it, it's just I'm interested in it. Okay, so you sell that at a flower shop. The long eye had a glimpse on the package of the food on the desk. He loosed his hand. I assume the vegetable juice is now on Grayrust's hand. Si-Yang points to his computer. Mr. Director, I was adjusting some backdoor data for seed. Would you like to check them on my computer? As you have the vein operating system, the data will be more accurate. Huh? I subconsciously want to come over with my communicator in my hand, but then I hesitated. Why would I look at such thing here? Would it be... No, don't think nothing of it. I was slacking. It was supposed to be my work anyway. I look at Grayrust. I'm not an expert on these and I can't help you, but I suppose this is what you want to do. Okay. I have a request for Miss Grayrust also. What is it? He quickly take out a box with a new light bulb and a toolbox from a cupboard beside him. The light bulb at the entrance once again needs some repairs. Huh? I thought it's alright. In the corridor, a male and a female stands in the middle. The male is arranging a ladder. There are two boxes beside his feet. The lady stands beside him with a bottle of green-colored drink in her hand. Looks like they are about to repair something. At least one of them looks like doing that part. What did you trade? Si-Yang asks with a uncaring voice, looking at the light bulb on the ceiling as if he's looking whether it's broken or not. You are still you? You are still you? Grayrust sighs very uncommonly. It should be. It's just that. A noise here, and the light bulb above their head is actually blinking as if it's about to give up again. Si-Yang is unaffected. Perhaps he also saw what he wants to see. Perhaps he finally saw what he wanted to see, and then he looks at the person in front of him. Why is he borrowing your eyes? Someone's borrowing her eyes? Or, let me ask it in another way. He stares into the fully opened eyes behind the laces as if it considers many eyesights and slowly asks, you share her vision, share your hobby and experience. What do you want to observe? Huh? This red pearl is slowly enveloped by mist, and sudden from them sticks out some sharp claws in quotation mark. One of them goes straight to the man facing her. Si-Yang grabs it with his hand, but this little scene didn't really meant to catch other people's attention. Other than Si-Yang, nothing in the surroundings were touched. A few spiders came down from no one knows where, and in the sides, a line of words emerges. You borrowed your power. You're still so kind-minded, Naya. Kind-minded. So there's some kind-minded person who borrowed the power. He's unaffected by the greetings. They call him Naya, but he's not Naya. And according to the memory, Ziyang knows that the opposite side has always been so casual and random. Now, I don't want to. It's not this that I want to look. This is a side discovery, like a little secret. What do you want to see? Ziyang holds some limbs of the spider in his hand. Why are you following him? He's very interesting, and I have to find myself a living. Or do you want to accommodate your old friend again? These days, I have also learned some new local knowledge. What you do, your behavior is called only doing the first part but not doing the second part. If you really need to do it, I can do it. If you really need it, I can do that. Given that you are an old friend. I thought you don't like to have this relationship, but you answered as so. Have you think about something again? Have you thought about something again? No matter what you want to do now. Don't do it here, don't do that to the Mr. Officer. Okay, so this haze, this mist, is about wants to attack us? He's Naya. What if I say, across the entire Sinlow, he is the one I'm most interested in? Get out. The mist dissipated, the limbs of the animal, of the spider, became some smoke. The incandescent light come back to usual. As everything is back to usual, Grayrust is, just as in the beginning, standing in the same spot. But the lace fell on the floor. Miss Grayrust. I'm fine, but it's not reflected in here. From the day under the tower, I know that our fate has been spent. The stronger manipulates the weaker, I know. I understand. Okay, just as a quick summary of story number 4, Vive. Fried fish steak means the best taster. So, I think here we have seen many evidences of who we are referring to now. So, we left the flower shop, we had lunch, fish steak. On our way to the next location, we talked about the rules of power in Uria and Sinlow, and Grayrust also mentioned some vague words like the high tower. So all of a sudden, I recalled the conversation with Lotus on the discovery of this 15th world. In that world, as Lotus said, there is a high tower called Kthulhut, and the world seems to be named by this name. I believe this is in the Nexus story part, very early in the game. Okay, then we moved on to the third location. That's the Ulark Communications. That's a company of Boreas and Xiang. So Boreas tried to perhaps waste some of our time, but upon his leave, Grayrust stopped him just very briefly. The mist appeared, but then just disappeared. There's no conversation really. Then we met Xiang in his own office, so we brought fish steak to him. Did he eat them? I don't know, but he saw them. Xiang bought us drinks. I, the director, got a bubble tea. Grayrust got vegetable juice, green colored. So Grayrust once again indicates that this is not her hobby, he just happens to take interest in this vegetable juice. Okay, so Xiang and Grayrust try to repair the light bulb for no reason actually, but then the light bulb blinks and the mist emerges again. So Xiang then had a Xiang first had a conversation with Grayrust. So he asked if Grayrust is still her, but Grayrust seems to take some of her some of hobbies from another person, shared eyesight with another person, etc. And then the mist emerges. Xiang had a conversation with the mist, and he was referred to by the mist as Naya. So we know that from chapter 8, Xiang conquered the power of Naya, so this mist cannot be Naya. And then the mist seems to be interested in me, the director. I guess the mist now has already traveled to Senlo because he quoted a proverb in Senlo language, and he's interested in perhaps seeking for another host, but Grayrust said no, and it dissipates. So perhaps in order for this gray mist to be triggered, there needs to be this dimmed light, this bubble thing, this light bulb thing, and Xiang needs to eat some fish steak. Very interesting development here.